Hey guys, my name is Firaz Jamil. I'm a second year medical student at the University of Cambridge, and I got 10 A stars and 1 A in my AT GCSEs in these subjects up on screen. I got the A in literature in case you're wondering. And these are the three main things that I did to achieve these grades. So the first thing I did was what I call hyper-structuring my revision. Essentially, the thought behind this is if you take out the thought of, oh, what do I need to study today, you really streamline your revision. So at the start of the Easter holidays, what I did is I gathered all of my resources, printed out all of my past papers, and printed out all of the syllabuses that I needed to structure my revision. And then I put together a revision timetable for the entire revision period. And essentially each day when I was revising, I didn't have to think about what I'd revise that day. I'd already written that down and pre-decided that, and essentially my entire revision period was executing the plan. And in terms of implementing this into your own studying, if you haven't already, what I would recommend doing is taking out a day to organise yourself and really just create a robust revision plan. I'll have a video coming up on how to create the perfect revision plan soon as well. But in essence, what you want to do is you want to start with the things you're worst at, and also start with the subjects that you know you're most likely to mess up. So for example, let's say even if you're okay at math, if you're someone who's not that consistent, you'd start with it. And the same for topics you're particularly bad at in the sciences, etc. Or, for example, essay subjects, if you particularly struggle with essay writing. Now, the second thing I did to get these grades was put a very large emphasis on active recall and pretty much nothing else. I mean, let's face it, GCSE revision is intense. You'll be revising for hours and hours a day, and it's not going to be a nice experience. Hence, you want to spend as much of your time as possible doing things that actually work. I.e., you want to be actively recalling, you want to be memorizing, you want to be using flashcards, you don't want to be rereading notes, you don't want to be making notes especially, and you don't want to spend too much time procrastinating. Essentially what I would aim to do if I were an GCSE student right now is to start work and try and work for as long as you can without getting distracted. Once you get distracted, take a short break and repeat. And essentially what you want to do is make sure that all of the work you do is useful work. And this will really help you, first of all, maximize your time, and second of all, feel a bit less of a mental load, as you'll be getting more done and also learning more. One specific thing I put a lot of emphasis on was summary sheets. What I'd do is if I had to memorize something, I'd read through it and I'd try and summarize it. Sorry about that, camera cut off. But the last thing I did to get these grades was to put a lot of emphasis on past papers, and specifically just memorizing mark schemes. So in chemistry, biology, physics, mainly the sciences, there were a couple of topics I just didn't really enjoy. For these topics, instead of learning them or spending lots of time on them, I simply, a couple of days before the exams, read through the mark schemes and common questions and memorized the mark schemes. I know this isn't the way you're taught to learn at school, I know this isn't necessarily the best thing to do. However, if it works, that's all that really matters. So if you really don't like subjects or parts of subjects, what I would recommend doing is looking through past papers, seeing what actually comes up, and just completely rote learning the mark schemes and putting down those bullet points in the exam / in paragraph form if you're meant to write in paragraph form. So there you have it. Those are my 3 top tips to try and get 10 A stars at GCSE / GCSE. I hope you find these helpful, and please make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching.